Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Lunar Classic video update for Sunday 9 of October. It's been a little bit late because it's Sunday, it's the weekend. I just wanted to have a little bit of a fun during the weekend, but anyways, business picks up as usual and we are going to talk about Lunar Classic. You know, I don't want to leave you out in the blues thinking what is going to happen next, because I'm here to figure out what's going to happen next. So let's do this. All right, so we saw some very boring movement, sideways movement, some green candle, some red candle. Let's talk about the choppy market and let's talk about the sideways market. Now, the sideways market is actually designed to, number one, cut you off. Number two, it's designed to get you off your game plan. So if you have a game plan, that means that with every red candle, you turn bearish. With every green candle, you want to flip bullish. With every red candle, again, it actually tries to shake you off your game plan. And with every green candle, it tries to shake you off another red candle, you're going to flip the game. So what do you do in this case? You want to actually get the hell away from the coin itself. You don't want to touch the coin and you don't want to trade during a choppy sideways market. But however, if you get this pattern right here, which is almost like a double bottom and a W that is actually trying to break out of here. So we do have a certain level of resistance right over there. And if you're going to actually break it out of here, I'm just going to zoom in right over there. And what you want to see is a clear break, back test, and the next technical target is going to actually take you up to 30,823. Now, that could be a scalping opportunity. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get bullish anytime soon. But I actually went on and checked out a little bit of information and what is happening with Lunar Classic. And if I bring in the RSI, I see one history or one fractal being repeated again. And we talked about this small head and shoulder being repeated out of that larger head and shoulders. Now, if you look carefully on the RSI, notice how back in September, September 12, you made this fractal right over there, the one that I just encircled. So you were moving to the downside like this, you went up like that, you came down like this, and then you went up. And this can actually help me estimate and predict how many days this is going to take before we don't make a massive move, maybe to the upside, maybe to the downside, but something massive, not this boring sideways movement, but something that is actually moving some sort of a strength down into the market. So when you move down like this, you went up, you came down, you went up again, you try to go down, you went up. So that was sideways until you didn't really make that sharp drop all of a sudden. Do you see that? So that was the very same thing. You actually went down like that, you went up, you're making that. Now this is a very small version of what you're looking here. That's a bigger version right over there on the RSI. So things repeat itself, and you can see after you make that double bottom like this, you try to move higher and you try to move again higher, and then finally you went down. So you can expect the same thing. You come like this, you move a little bit higher, you go a little bit down, you try to move a little bit higher again, and then you go down. Now if you look at that particular data, it took from 14 September and then you bottomed out at 26 September. That actually tells you 12 days was approximately the time it took before it went down to 17,000, which was my prediction back in the days when I told you about all that head and shoulder stuff, and I told you we're looking for 17 to 18,000. And if you remember very well, we talked about the market maker thing, and yes, we met the target. Now the same thing can happen if history was to repeat again, and if that took 12 days, right? So we're talking about from 12 September all the way down to nearly 26 September or 14 of September. So if you look at it that way, so this is 7 of October to 9 of October. So 7 plus 12 is actually going to be 19 if my math is amazing. So we're looking until a maximum time of 19 of October. So that actually forces me to say in 10 days, we're going to have a movement probably if that history is going to repeat itself, right? So right over here, we still have trouble. We're still underneath everything. The market is choppy sideways, okay? If you don't know anything about sideways, do check out my trading course and you're going to learn a lot of things about what sideways market is. There are three types of a market. Number one is going to be a ranging market. If I do try to zoom in, let's just do an educational talk right now, because why not? So this is a choppy sideways market. right? This is a ranging market to the upside. This is a ranging market to the downside. So you have three different markets. Number one is a downtrend, an uptrend, a sideways market, and that's all that you have in crypto. Only three different kind of markets, nothing less, nothing more. Now, if I dive into the daily time frame, we made an inverted hammer yesterday. Now, today can actually be a weird candle, but if we end up making a bear flag right over there, if this one turns out to be a bear flag, then we're going to be looking for Luna Classic to drop from that place to this place. There could be a possibility of making that bear flag now. And if we pop up to the downside, we're going to look at 24,495. Not because I'm expecting 25,000 out of that head and shoulders on the 4-hour time frame, but we're looking to drop even way more down. And one more thing to notice is the following. So let's say we remove that one as well. On the daily, we could be on the verge of making this left shoulder, the head, and maybe push up a little bit up to 31,000, drop down and make another very clear right shoulder over there, break this neckline, and then boom, another technical target to 20,000, which is also the reversal wave out of the Fib retracement that I told you before, and you're looking for that 20,000. So two targets are pretty much coming in, one being the 25,000, one being the 20,000. The best scenario is to again and again break the trend line and try to move higher. That's when I will actually be on the side of Luna Classic. Another thing is to bring in the volume. You can see that there's a volume divergence, which is very, very clear right now. And what is the meaning of volume divergence? That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It was never a good sign. That means when the prices are moving up like this and the volume is dropping down, understand that's not a good sign. Okay, it's just like when you see the RSI divergence, the prices are moving up and they move down, and if I give you the context, there was an RSI divergence, the prices were moving up like this, the RSI was moving down like that, and then that's why we had that big drop to the downside, right? But if you look at this one, you do have the prices now moving up, the volume is increasing to the lower side. That means that this is a fake move up. That's all it means, guys. And that's pretty much it for this update at the moment. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to see you the next one. Allah Hafiz.